Hello, this is Elise with Living Life at Two Speeds. Last week, we did a discussion regarding my surgery that I had here in Panama during a time that I was grieving and just discussed the overall hip replacement procedure and how things went with that being here abroad in Panama. This week, we're going to get into some discussion around feeling joy while grieving. Feeling joy while grieving. Let's talk about it. Hello, my name is Elise with Living Life at Two Speeds. On my channel, we discuss grief, healing, both emotionally, mentally, and physically. If this is something that you are experiencing or would just like to go along this journey, please like on this video, subscribe, and come along with me on this journey and comment. I'm always open to responding to comments. So today I want to talk a little bit about just experiencing joy during the grieving process and the mourning process. I remember the first time when I actually experienced some joy after my son passing. And it was almost like it was an accident because I was convinced I was at a point in my life where happiness or joy wasn't something that I could even remotely think about or see in my future anytime soon. So we had two friends that had anniversaries back to back. One was on a Friday and one was on a Sunday. The one that was that Friday, we had already committed to doing videos and pictures for them. And so we were there doing that. The one that was on that Sunday, we had already committed and they had to have a head count. And so we went to that one. I remember that Friday when we were at the 10-year anniversary one, I was engulfed in taking pictures, speaking to people, doing videos while they were renewing their vows. And so I was in motion. And I remember walking up to one of the ladies and just saying hi and getting a picture of she and her husband. And she stopped me and hugged me and said, "Oh, I meant to tell you condolences in regards to your son." It was as if someone like pressed the brakes really hard, punched me in my chest. It was, I just thinking back at that time, I can't really give you words for what it felt like. But during a moment of what I was experiencing, joy, just being there, being present, being out of the house and focused on someone else's happiness at that time, I didn't think about it. So I literally had to, I said thank you and I walked away. I remember going to the restroom and just thinking, how am I going to make it through the rest of this? And what a terrible mom am I to actually be experiencing this joy, knowing it was only a little over a month beforehand that was the passing of my son. How could I be experiencing joy? How could I be there around other people? But I'm here to tell you that those moments that we experience joy, those moments that we feel happiness, we can pull our loved one into that moment. Whether it's a parent, a grandparent, a sibling, a child. I can only say I've experienced it with a friend, with grandparents, and with other loved ones, and recently my son. So I can't say how it feels for a spouse, a parent. By God's grace, I still have those, and I'm appreciative. And that gives me a sense of joy and peace. We have to be able to pull our loved one with us. And when we experience that moment of joy, not feel guilty about it, and more, I am, while still very much missing my son, miss hearing his voice, miss his very presence. I do still, when I feel joy, I do try to think of him and grasp on to a good moment, a good memory, grasp on to good times that we have. And sometimes when I do that, I even chuckle because my son was such a silly guy. Rooms lit up when he walked in. He just is very mannerable. He always was just very loving. People love being in his presence. He could be upset with you and you enjoy being in his presence. So I'm working on that. I can't tell you that I'm through that. I can't tell you that I don't still have moments of when I experience happiness or joy, kind of feeling like, is this okay? Is it all right? Would he be upset with me for not being hurt this particular moment and feeling some happiness and knowing who he was? And even my grandmother that I lost 4 years before that, they were joyous people. And they would want to know that they lived on through us, our loved ones, whether they're those that came before us and we're a part of their legacy, or those that came after us and we're living out this life with their wonderful memory. Like, I'm so thankful. I'm grateful that God entrusted me with that life, with that being, that young man. Wow, I'm appreciative for that. So coming back around to just the overall thoughts of experiencing joy while grieving, while healing, it's a day-by-day thing. And that comes back around to living life at 2 speeds. We're going to have that speed of joy and new things and new experiences in life. And we're going to have those slower moments of grieving and missing. But it's okay for both of those to dwell in the same time frame. It's not forgetting, it's remembering. It's not dismissing, it's including. So with that, I leave you with keep living life at 2 speeds. If this video today has in any way inspired you or helped you through a difficult time, or you're interested in just continuing on my journey, please like on this video, subscribe, and come along this journey with me. And definitely leave a comment. I do like when I'm getting these comments here and there and getting to comment back. I appreciate the dialogue. So keep coming along with me. Thank you, and ciao for now.